Thank you very much. Hi everyone. Today we are here to deal with a rather famous woman and her monster and some rather mysterious deaths that have been happening. So according to Miss Frankenstina, the situation we have here is Frankenstina's monster is being rather vengeful. Let's see what she has to say about that. Here is Miss Frankenstina.
Hello, Dr. Felicia. How are you?
Fine. Now why don't you tell us how this all began?
Okay, so I first decided to make my monster after a few years away at college. I was very interested in the difference between life and death, and I wanted to explore that realm. So I began doing my research, and as I experienced it further, I knew it was possible. So the day came when I was ready for my creation to come to life. I needed the lightning to hit the right spot, and when it did, bam! Nothing happened. I thought I failed, until only a few moments later I heard the slight breathing that will forever be embedded in my head. But then as soon as the breathing started, it stopped, and I thought my complete study was a waste of time. So I left and later discovered the monster had disappeared. When I noticed this, I had a moment of joy that I hadn't failed, but then I quickly realized what I had done. But what could I do? I had no idea where she could be, so I just moved on. I continued to live my life with my beautiful wife-to-be. When terrible news had occurred, my little brother, only a boy, had tragically died, and that's when I knew exactly who had done it, and that's when I planned my vengeance. She then went on to kill my wife and everyone that mattered to me. And for what? Because I gave her life?
Okay, well now that we've heard your side of the story, let's hear the monsters.
Alright, so let me start off by saying how clueless my mother is. First off, she doesn't even think I should call her mother. But the main thing is she doesn't realize how lonely it is to be me. I can't have contact with humans because I'm considered ugly or disturbing to look at, which is bad enough. But then I asked to have a companion made for me. I'm told yes. So anyways, as I was saying, she destroyed the only thing I cared for, so I decided to destroy the only thing she cared for.
Well, I think that's a good time for a commercial break, but when we come back, I'm going to talk to both women and see what's really going on here. Alright, we're back here with Tina and her monster talking about vengeance. Now, Frankenstina, I have some questions for you. First, one, what were you thinking? You created a monster, you got a monster. What did you expect to happen?
Yeah.
Well, in my defense, in the beginning it was for science, but then she killed my brother.
Oh? I didn't mean to kill your brother. You never truly let me explain. I was out in the woods and I needed to speak to you. I mean, you are my mother. So I waited, and then I saw my opportunity walking through the woods. So I snatched him up, only to ask him where you were and how I could speak to you. I had my hand over his mouth because he wanted to yell, and next thing I knew, he was dead.
Okay, well, Miss Monster, don't you believe that the right thing to do would have been to wait for her to talk to you instead of practically stalking her?
Yeah, I suppose.
And Tina, didn't you believe that destroying a future mate for your monster was pretty cruel no matter how mad you were?
Yeah.
So, the overall lesson here is you can't let your anger turn into a bitter vengeance, because if you do, then in the end it will only come back to hurt you.
You read right there.
Wow! Oh my god. You first. Read.
I didn't know where we were at.
Don't stop it. You stop
No.
it? Okay.
Okay,
Wait, I don't want that in there.
I'm gonna edit it out.
Are
Just
you
go.
sure?
Yes, go.
Okay. As I was saying, she decided to destroy the only thing I cared for. I destroyed everything she cared for.
Understood
So
that line.
I cared for.
It doesn't say that.
Oh, no.
I was
Yeah, just read.
I'm gonna restart that.